Welcome everyone back to Chakra OutLoud.
What we say.
And we don't get upset. You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Happy Thursday. Happy Monday to all those who are watching today.
Happy Thursday,
Hi,
everybody.
guys.
Tomorrow and Saturday we have a flash day here at the shop. Valentine's theme. It's just tattooing. We have both of the apprentice making designs.
So it's just Jess tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Lisa also made some designs. I
Okay,
think
cool.
we reused her designs from her last
And
flash day.
Jody too, right?
Jody did some designs.
Yeah.
Jody's gonna be a beast. Y'all gotta watch out for her because
Alright.
she knows how to create for our clientele, and I think that that's gonna make her an incredibly successful artist here.
Right. I agree.
Also, our flash day sold out in 12 hours.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's 2 days of flash sold out in 12 hours.
That's crazy.
So she's
How
pretty
dope is
much
that?
booked.
Yeah,
That's
for
pretty
real.
awesome.
Yeah.
Because before we had to wait for people to
To
actually
fill out.
call, or you know, we
Yeah.
have to push this whole idea. Now it's
Ah.
like they wait
You know,
for the date to
yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like sneakers every year.
not for
you
real.
know?
It's
to-
exciting.
yeah.
Will people be able to still get the flash designs after the flash day?
Yeah, for sure. So because it's so popular, and we only have one artist doing it, in order to be able to grow her clientele, we decided that anybody who submitted a ticket and was unable to make it in those 2 days could still come back to
Yes.
get the flash.
That's fair. That's nice. How important would you say a flash day is for an apprentice's growth into the tattoo industry, getting started with a career?
It helps get their speed up, and there's an artist swag that like you produce once you've tattooing a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it just becomes natural after the third like client that you've done. So it's definitely needed for her. That pressure is definitely needed, because you can't just depend on one person a day and stuff like that. So we got to push the envelope, and we're doing that to get her ready for Philadelphia, which is way more hectic than that
Yeah.
Friday. 'Cause-
But go
yeah,
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
you or me? You go ahead.
Go ahead.
You finish your Philly
No, because I'm
statement.
gonna say Friday everything was scheduled. These are just random people we never met in the convention.
Yeah.
Random ideas. So not only does she have to design sometimes there, she has to get her shit because everybody's tattooing pretty quick.
No,
You know
for
what I
real.
mean? So it's awesome.
So that's from his perspective and why he thinks that artists need flash days in the shop. But I think that artists need flash days in order for them to grow their clientele, their local clientele. It gives people a taste of what the artist has to offer. And I found that the times that we've done flash day, the participants in flash day end up becoming regulars for our artists. Yeah. So on my end, on the business end, I need flash day to grow their clientele.
Yeah. Very nice. We're also doing a flash day at the convention. How will we go about that?
So flashes everybody does flash at a convention. They kind of come prepared, whether it be with like their iPad showing flash or like
Not
little
everybody,
books.
because I normally just have people scheduled already for bigger pieces.
I was
and
gonna
stuff.
say that the big pieces.
So let me rephrase that. He's right. Not everybody.
Yeah.
Most newer artists come prepared in order to be able to service the walk-ins and
Yeah.
whatnot. So what we do is we get like a little notepad and we cut out all of their designs and number them on. So every artist
You
gets
can see
their
on the
own
board.
little notepad.
Yeah.
And each page on the notepad has a design along with the price on the design. And it kind of helps, one, keep things organized for us so we know which artist, what design, what
Yeah.
page. But it also gives people like an insight on how the artist, like what their vibe is.
With the
What
style,
yeah,
I was
what
gonna
their
say, 'cause
style
it's
is.
kind of cool. Because when we do flash days, typically here, since I've been here, it was more of always like a theme. I feel like at the convention, when you're doing like your little flash pieces, it can be something that you truly want to do. Like for Ace example, maybe he can do like a little anime piece. They're like, oh, this is cool. He'd be like, you go to my Instagram, I got bigger pieces than
Yeah.
that if you want to get something like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really cool
They're
opportunity.
gonna be
for them.
busy this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, not this weekend. You mean
Like,
the Philly
I mean,
weekend?
in 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
because it's been nearly 2 years. So
you guys had a convention.
the hype is there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the convention. So it's gonna be a lot of people.
I think Rodrigo is booked 2 days at the convention. I think you're booked all 3 days at the convention. Ace is booked 1 day at the convention already. And that's normally we get
Yeah.
in on Friday and we book the weekend on Friday.
I gotcha.
But we're coming in like already
Already.
kind of.
Yeah. That was gonna be my next
which is
question.
dope.
No, that's really nice. Also, convention talk. We've said it in the previous podcast. The trailer outside.
Right.
When are we gonna get that wrapped? How will that go? Because I'm literally so lost. Like
Monday.
I don't know how any of this works. Like,
We
when
are.
I am so excited. I'm
Yes.
so excited. I'm so
So
excited.
Monday
We
take it, right?
yeah. So we did like a little clip that I'm gonna send
Mhm.
to you
Okay.
of us like going to purchase
Gotcha.
the trailer
Perfect.
because this was something that we had been speaking about for a while, right? And it just seemed so out of our reach for so long.
Yeah.
And then
And now it's there.
yeah, it's there. And it was just like, it was quick. It was way more affordable
When
than
it's
I
for
expected
you,
it
it's
to
for
be.
you, man.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
honestly, like I was tripping. I was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna have to take a 3-hour drive and have to come back." And we literally like purchased it right up the road at
that's nice.
a great price.
Yeah.
We found a wrapping place that'll get it done before the convention, which was another like big
Panic.
thing. Yeah, it was because so many wrapping places are so booked out at this time that there was this question of whether or not it was going to be able to be wrapped for the convention, or at least for this first convention. And yeah, so we drop it off Valentine's evening, so the 14th at night, and then they keep it for 2 days. Yeah, so I want to say we picked up 15th, so like the 17th it'll be back.
So I was
and
gonna say like about like 8-10 days before we actually leave out for the convention.
yeah,
That's really nice.
that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried to get customized plates and we're denied.
Oh, man.
I know, but
It's cool though.
Do you guys have any personal goals for the convention coming up? Like you said, it is the first one back in 2 years. So I know within that time frame, you guys have had new ideas, new visions. Like, do you guys have any personal goals heading into this convention?
I don't want to say personal goals. I just want to showcase the new work that I have, because that's what every artist go and do, is to showcase the new talent, what they've been working on and stuff like that. I am looking forward to seeing the whole entire shop working as a unit. That's definitely a gratification that I'm looking for, because I love to stand up, sometimes stretch, and see everybody working all at the same time. And the fact that our booth is way bigger this time, and every year we keep growing to the point that we're going to take on a whole entire aisle. And
I'm so excited. Do you remember how many clients we serviced the last time that we did Philadelphia?
Like 72?
Right? Like in the 70s. So I'm pushing for like 80 clients.
Yeah, that's
In
great.
3 days.
In 3
When I say our
days.
booth was packed, bro,
Every time.
and it made the other shops jealous.
Yeah,
You can see the difference in attitudes and stuff like that, because our pack was just people wanting to get tattooed by us.
But also like
It was just
the energy,
ambience.
the vibe, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's our job. Our job is to make sure that we're keeping the people engaged,
of
that we're
course.
making them feel welcome, that we're closing the sales, because they're tattooing. So they give us the content to be able to push, right? And then it's our job to close that sale, right? They give you the item, and sorry, it's always something.
So when you go to the convention, Jay, you'll notice. That's one of those things I want you to notice. Like, walk around, look at everybody's booth, and look at the artists. They're not charismatic. They're not happy. They're not amicable,
at
and
the
they always
body
keep their
language.
head down.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they have their designs up front. They keep their head down. They're drawing, and it's almost like if you have to approach them and be like, hey, can I do one of these
Is it
speeds?
review what you would
Yeah,
like?
and
Yeah,
they have an attitude. They're not like
Kind of like blow you off like a.
they have this blow off attitude.
There's
and-
also this misconception, like the person's appearance is going to dictate how much money is in their pocket. And for us, it's like, look, you're going to get the same experience whether you come in here with a Rolex or
not.
you know,
Small tattoo, big tattoo. we don't
it doesn't
care.
matter. We're
It's-
gonna
when
service
the
you.
So that's what the artists get fucked up, that we are in a service industry.
Sure.
Tattooing is what we do,
Of course.
but we're servicing clients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so when you're giving them attitude, guess what? You don't get to tattoo as often as we did last year or 2 years ago.
So even though we're tired, everybody has a smiling face, everybody's welcoming. We want your business. You know, we want you to get serviced by us, and we want you to rock our merch, and we want you to tell your friends about us. And though you don't get the same chakra experience at a convention, we still try to bring that energy with us.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm very excited about the convention.
Nah,
I'm
bro.
less stressed, more excited.
Is this going to be the first Villain Arts convention of the year? Like, is this going to be like the grand opening, like, hey, we're back? Or is there one a little bit earlier than us?
No,
Just
this is
no.
the first. This
First
is
one of
so
the year.
This
they
is the
normally
first of
bang
the
out the
year.
first one of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think this was the biggest. I think this is the biggest.
Well,
I'm not too sure because there's
I
other
think
ones.
Baltimore's pretty big too. Like the Baltimore Tattoo Convention is pretty massive.
we're going
take
out to
over the
We're going
whole-
out to Baltimore as
the
well, right?
convention in Baltimore
Baltimore.
is big. As far as the convention center and where it's done, it's big.
Okay.
It's not as
Like
big
the
as
venue.
Philadelphia.
Like the venue.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know so because the amount of people
In Philly
that
is
you have to
crazy.
convince in Baltimore to get tattooed compared to people in Philadelphia just throwing money at you to get
I
tattooed,
know what you mean.
it's a difference. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you're
You
right.
have to work a little bit more
Harder.
in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So,
So that's also something that I think it's important that people keep in mind, that conventions you're going to sell your work.
Yeah.
And you're competing against a whole lot of people who are also selling their
Bunch
work.
of different shops, bunch
Right.
of people that are hungry for it.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We're 2 weeks, 14 days from packing our bags, heading off to Philly. Today marks a month until we head to Atlanta.
are you excited?
Yeah. I'm like, I just want to like
I'm so excited for Atlanta. Let me tell you,
I
I've
just
never
want to
been to
experience
Atlanta.
something new. Like I've never I can't even start to think of what I'm gonna see because I've heard so many different stories. So it's kind of one of those things you're just like wanting to see for yourself and see how it goes. So that's what I'm excited for. Like I don't know what, but just.
I'm gonna introduce you to some football players, some NFL players.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? We were talking about possibly moving to Miami one day. There's this artist that I found him on the shop, but I kind of like was learning about him before I got here. His name's Jeezy Tattoos. That's what his is. I don't know what his actual name is, but he's based out in Miami. And for the simple fact that he's based out in Miami, like you said, football players, the clientele that he can get there just because of like, oh, I was in this area. No one's like, you grew up in Jersey City, grew up in New York. This is an area that we were close to, somewhere that we had to go to start off a foundation to build somewhere else.
Yeah.
You go to a place like Miami, LA.
It'll be fucking crazy.
Yo, the clientele you can.
I know.
It's different.
It's wild. It's just something that like.
The pull is different because the income is different. Yeah, because the residents are different. Yeah, I get it.
I just saw it yesterday, and it was a football player that I watched, and he got a tattoo done by him. I was like, yo, how? Because he does basketball players, all that stuff, and it's just because of his location. Yeah. Like
how close his proximity to things is.
Some of the work these football players get are trash, bro.
I was gonna say, but some of the work I've seen him do, and some of the work that like I've literally watched you do myself, like, bro.
It's disheartening, right? It's like, bro.
We will be live at the convention. Yes, we will be live at the convention. We're gonna be live as soon as we start setting up, and we're gonna run through the weekend.
So we're gonna be in Atlanta. Also expect that.
I'm so excited to go to Atlanta. I'm so excited to go to Atlanta for so many different things. One, I have in my head, I went to school with this girl named Elizabeth, and she used to go to Atlanta regularly because she had family there, and she created this picture in my head and like this really dope place that I would love to go visit. And now the opportunity comes to for us to not only work and make money, but go visit. And now I'm older, so I can like get into strip clubs and stuff, and I'm incredibly excited.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Before we hop into a little bit of current events for today, speaking of today, you guys are doing a piece together.
Yeah, I'm finally tattooing her and stuff.
Yeah?
Finally have some time to.
Excited about that?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I designed 2 different pieces with my new style.
I haven't seen them yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the story of my life.
I spent all last night designing. I put a lot of thought into these pieces. It goes well. It's good for a cover-up that I'm doing. Because she had a Valkyrie design on her arm because she wanted to represent warrior and stuff like that. But I told her she's not white to be doing that Viking shit.
Fair.
She's native,
Totally
so
fair.
I wanted to do a native piece on her. So I'm going to turn the Valkyrie into a native woman from Venezuela. So it implements all the colors from one country. So I'm looking forward to that today. It's pretty awesome.
I'm looking forward to getting tattooed. I haven't sat for a long tattoo in a very long time, like 3 years, I think, or 4 years. So I'm very excited to get tattooed. I'm interested to see what my pain tolerance is like now because I feel like I used to get tattooed a lot because I was going through a lot of shit, and it would help me kind of like heal that pain, like
well, you don't go through shit. Tattoos hurt.
Yeah, so now that I'm not going through shit, it's just on a different level,
so
right?
I want you to notice that too. So the clients that come in, even men or women, and they get something small, not something too big, they don't have a lot of tattoos, they haven't gone through as much shit as people that are heavily getting tattooed.
So I'm heavily tattooed. I feel like I've done a lot of my healing. I just have to kind of finish off everything that I started. But I'm not going to say that I like look forward to getting tattooed.
Yeah. It hurts. It sucks.
It hurts.
Just what it is.
Yeah, I was having like
right now.
yesterday.
At this point, it's just an aesthetic shit. It's not because I'm going through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're getting some work done. You got some work done recently,
Baltimore.
Right?
Ace tattooed me.
Yeah.
I give him a big piece to do because I want him to grow, man, and get out of that little needle bullshit that the artist is stuck with. Yeah. Because they feel comfortable using one thing, but there's a reason why they design a whole bunch of different needles and a whole bunch of different things so you could use it and explore. And if you're not an explorer, you're gonna stay in the same place that you were at. So
new piece, a cover up.
It's a cover up. It's a Egyptian pharaoh with the word king at the bottom.
That's dope.
Cause that's what I feel I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming back into my roots all over again. I was once a king, and now I'm back again. So
walked into the room yesterday, looking a little different.
His room?
Right. Yeah.
I think he's going through a transition. I'm not loving it. I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not loving it.
I like the paintings in there.
I feel like it feels cold. Like it doesn't show any of his...
When the painting... Like when it was just a naked wall, I literally said to him, like before we started recording, I was just like, it feels smaller in here. Like I don't know why, but it just I feel like they're strength. But then the paintings went up and brought like the vibe of it back up a little bit.
I feel like it's cold in there. Like it doesn't...
I mean, the paper has like... All the designs I had like a personality that showed in me.
Yeah. And I feel like that's lacking in your room right now. I feel like it looks like...
plain.
Yeah. Like it's missing
Papers are
spirit or
kind of just like a
something.
timeline because you
Yeah.
put those pieces up
As
at
he
those
did
times.
'em.
Yeah, like as when you were tattooing.
But you gotta grow. So you
course.
know what I mean.
I just think that he needs like a whole new
Just look.
Reno in there. Yeah, like we just gotta go in with some paint and shelving
Remodel the whole
and
place.
just hook them up.
Been working on the paintings, like we said, we would be selling the prints at the convention. A little bit before the pod, we were talking about you working on some digital paintings. Let me know more about that.
Yeah.
How those
So
look.
I've been doing. I just started last night doing digital painting. I
Okay.
put a whole bunch of things together. Because I want to start selling. I just want to be involved in art no matter what. If I don't have time to paint, I have time to paint in my tablet. You know, I need to do something with art every single day to get better at it. I don't want to miss a day. It's like not going to the gym and then it turns to 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks you haven't gone. You know what I mean? And it happens to me when I start painting. I will take a day off and then I work the next day, so I'm tired, so I won't tattoo that day. It's been a week since I haven't touched my painting, and I feel pretty bad about it. You know,
feel like
because
that-
there's
that
so much things to
self-guilt.
dedicate to, but this also is part of my life because it comes from me. You know what I mean? It's almost like having a child. Every painting that I do is the children that I'm putting out there. So it's important for me to finish it. So this is why I dedicated myself last night to doing not only 2 pieces for her, but I did 2 digital pieces and an NFT that I worked on, so I could launch it Friday, tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You know, launching an NFT tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are gas prices like?
I don't know. I'm gonna check what it is.
Okay.
So, will this be the first NFT that you're launching
No, I have 3 NFTs already.
already?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I learned from the 3 NFTs and
Okay.
why they haven't gotten sold. And the thing is, you have to launch an NFT, not only make a series of them, but you also have to lower the price significantly because it all depends on like gas prices. So, and you know what? I'm a re-say that. Like I said, I was gonna launch it tomorrow, but I need at least 5 of these so I can launch them all at the same time.
Okay.
Because
Kind
as
of
you
like
said,
consistent.
gas prices
Gas
is very
prices are
expensive.
crazy.
Last time I tried to put an NFT, the gas prices was $780.
Yeah.
So for me to put one design up, I had to pay $780 plus whatever I'm gonna charge.
So it just makes sense to group them
Yeah.
So
And
I have
into
to
that
charge.
transaction.
So I have to charge for that piece $1,000
at least.
in order to make the money back from the gas fees. But the thing is, who's gonna pay me $1,000 when I'm not an established like NFT artist
Yeah.
that's gonna sell that shit right away? You
So
know
if
what I
you,
mean?
if you were to put 5 instead of the 1, would those 5 all go to that one gas price? You know?
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's one transaction.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Talking about the NFTs and the metaverse in general, I was going through Instagram the other day and I saw a lady was filling out a lawsuit for an alleged
Rape?
metaverse
A rape.
Like a gangbang rape.
And it wasn't. Look, I saw the video. It wasn't a gangbang rape because it's not like they made the game for you to take off the clothes of these characters
Yeah.
and fucking put them in the floor and rape them between that. That doesn't happen. All they did was just block this bitch. Like it was 4 guys or 3 guys,
And they're just, like,
and they
standing
just
in front.
surrounded her. And through the mic, they were saying, "Yo, let me see a titty. Let me," shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like she felt offended. She was like, "Oh my god, get away from me!"
I mean-
why didn't you just turn off the fucking Xbox or PlayStation?
Take the
Fair.
Oculus off.
Fair.
That doesn't make
Pop it
sense.
off.
That's fair.
How did you get raped when your vagina is still sitting down on that fucking chair?
I mean, she was sexually like.
The problem sits between the computer and the chair.
Yeah.
okay.
No, you're right.
So
Right.
she's the problem here because she should have turned it off if she felt any type of way.
So-
she just watched and said, "Oh my god, it's happening."
Yeah, and just
Oh my God.
like turn the
Are
Oculus
you
off.
guys seeing this? And it's like, just turn it off.
Okay, so you have a child. You have children, right? You have one daughter, right?
Right.
She's about to be a teenager who loves being on the Oculus. So her reality is going to be more digital than your reality is, right?
Right.
And our daughter cries when she can't find her fucking charger.
So I know where you're going with this, but I don't give a shit if anything happens to you in the digital world because you should have never meant it to begin with. It's just what it is. You know what I'm
can
saying?
easily execute it.
You
can
should have
turn
been
it off.
reading a book or some shit.
We're gonna agree
or-
to disagree here. I think that whoever acted out in that way in the digital world has that inside of them, right?
They do that shit in Call of Duty. They do that shit in Gears of War where you trap niggas and then as soon as you shoot them, you hump them.
Yeah, start hitting
Yeah,
people.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you get on top of them and start humping them because you just fucking killed them. It just happens. It happens to dudes all the time.
It's
we
a
don't make
gaming
a fuss
thing.
about
Yeah,
it. We
it's a
just
gaming
like, I'm
thing.
going to get that motherfucker next time. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is.
No.
Don't fucking, because then they're going to start regulating games.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
now things like shooting people in the games you're not going to be able to do
Yeah.
and other things. And then law starts being created. And nobody got time for that shit. You know what
We've
I mean?
had a conspiracy episode here on the pod before. but we've had multiple conversations about how movies they're not put out just to be it for entertainment. When they put out a movie, they're hinting towards something.
There's
They're showing
messages.
you something.
Right.
Something like Ready Player One. I think it was Free Guy. You said those are movies like
We watched Free Guy
preparing
The
you
other
for like
day.
the metaverse, right?
2
Yeah.
nights ago. Yeah.
How do you feel that? Not Hollywood paints an image, but like, how do you feel that Hollywood predicts what's gonna happen? Like, there's no reason that the metaverse comes out now. They got the Oculus, they can play these games. And then
Black
Free
Mirror
Guy-
has been
Free
talking
Guy
about
gets
this
dropped.
for years.
Ready Player One gets dropped.
Yeah, so basically right now what's going on with the metaverse is like the internet is not owned by anybody. It's a free world. What you own is just the websites for you to sell your products and all that. What they're doing now is selling internet space. So now you'll be able to buy internet real estate, and then with these real estate, you'll be able to build things from your store. For example, like we have Chakra Tattoos, we'll be able to buy internet real estate space and actually design a digital Chakra Tattoos
parlor.
and the metaverse that you'll be able to go inside and check
bring
it
your
out
avatar.
and see. And you and I could meet there, and I could show you my designs.
That's
You
dope.
could be from California,
Yeah,
and
that's
we could
fire.
put the Oculus, and I could show you the design in our digital shop.
That's dope.
So then the paintings are on the walls are the NFTs that we bought.
Oh,
So that's what the NFTs are.
Gotcha.
They are digital paintings for you to
That
put
are
up in these
the
walls,
actual metaverse.
for you to put in these metaverse houses and buildings and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's wild. All right, guys, we're gonna head into the halftime break. We will come back to you guys with some current events.
Let's go.
Welcome back, guys. Whoopi Goldberg was in the news recently. She made a statement that not everyone really agreed with.
She pretty much fucked up in her statement. You got to be careful what you say, man. And I understand what she was trying to say. Because she made this comment about the Holocaust not being a racial thing, because it was Germany, which is predominantly white, doing something to the Jewish people, which are also white. So then she sees it as, oh, this is not a racial thing because it's white on white. I understand what she was saying. However, this was genocide. You're trying to get rid of a whole entire, and I don't want to say race because
Brand
it's
or
an ethnic background.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you're trying to get rid of a whole entire race, it's the whole entire race. Even the Germans would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? So we need to establish the fact that there's just 4 races on Earth. Being a Jew is not a race. Or being Dominican is not a race. It's your ethnic background.
Yeah.
It was definitely genocide. They were trying to get rid of them. I don't know for what fucking reason. It was horrible. And I guess she's trying to compare the fact that African Americans have gone through a lot of shit in their time, but you can't compare 2 different events. They're both horrible, nonetheless.
So I just think that she kind of overstepped that boundary, because just because your people went through something does not take away from the fact that this other group of people also went through some crazy shit. 100
So-
years ago.
So
It
this
wasn't
is-
even like,
But this is because I come from the hood, so I know the fucking thing. Because let's say for her now speaking on behalf of Whoopi Goldberg, she really hasn't had experience in
I
the
have
black
not.
community as much as black people have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for the simple fact that Jews went through what they went through, the Holocaust and all that shit, they were able to come to America, and because of what they went through, they don't have to pay taxes here. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of Jews don't have to pay taxes. These are things that they could get away with. You get what I'm saying?
that's crazy.
It's almost like what's that thing that African Americans been reparations? Jews got reparations in America. African Americans haven't gotten reparations, and they were in America going through all this shit. So these are the things that's going on. Why she actually said what she said and stuff like that. It came out the complete wrong way. She shouldn't have used the word race.
I mean, I also think that when you know that you have a platform, you're fucking Whoopi Goldberg, you should be
and
way
not,
more
and
cautious
not only
of how
that,
you
her
use
last
your
name
words.
is Jewish.
Damn, I don't even
Her
know.
last name is Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck she get that name from? You know?
Nah, but a lot of racism has been.
I mean, I
swirling
do
in the
gotta
news
say the
recently.
original Jews are black. It's just what it is. I gotta put it out there. It's fucking facts. I've read shit. I've seen videos, and it's facts that has been hidden. But the original Jews were Middle Eastern. We're dark-skinned people, so you'll find a lot of black Jews. Like I remember P Diddy had this one rapper called Shine.
Okay.
And Shine got locked up. He did some shit. He took the rap for Diddy. This motherfucker went and moved to Jerusalem, grew the curls that they have, and he's an Hasidic Jew, and he's black. But he's like a natural fucking Jew, you know what I'm saying?
That's
And
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know about that at all.
Yeah, dude.
Like I said, racism has been swirling in the news a lot recently. Joe Rogan is under some backfire For not once,
This
not
motherfucker-
twice.
That used to be my guy.
Not 3, not even like 10. I don't think.
That used to be my guy. And then I heard him say some crazy shit. I was like, Joe. So I also think that the media will also spin things to make it worse than what it should be. Because they launched like 4 different clips or 5 different clips. And in one clip, I could see his point of view where he was kind of like defending, you know what I mean? And defending the black race. And they flipped the whole thing all around. But the other ones, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Joe Rogan is saying like, why can't I say the word? What's the issue? If I say it, everybody wants to come down to me. If they say it, nothing happens to them. But did you know, this is a fact, when Italians first arrived here in America, because they didn't have, when they were applying for jobs, they didn't have a space for you know how you sign the race and you click African or Spanish, whatever the fuck? Yeah. Italians didn't have a category, so they were considered niggers. So over here in America, the white people were calling Italians that were arriving from the boat niggers, a whole bunch of niggas. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, at the time, so they were signed under African Americans when they were getting jobs here. Italians, dude. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that are also not being spoken of. He shouldn't say the way he said it very freely and numerous times. But I don't see Joe
offensively.
Rogan.
He said it offensively.
There was like you said. I was a big fan of Joe.
He said some crazy shit. I was like, what?
The one video that I saw personally that I was like, all right, yeah, like now you're pushing it, was when said he was going to a movie and it was like a predominantly black neighborhood.
Hold on. Have you been to the movies in the hood?
Yeah, of course. You're gonna see black people, but like
no, that's not where I went with that.
Oh, okay, but I'm not gonna go in there and say what he said. Like I'm not gonna be I'm in the Planet of the Apes. Like that's
disrespectful as fuck.
Wild, yo. That's wild. Like
I heard him say some other crazy shit too. Like I was just like, what's up with you? I've been in the hood. I lived in the hood. I associated with the hood. I love the hood. You don't do that. You don't. If you're going to the hood to have a hood experience, have your experience and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't shit down on it. Like,
don't just be like, I couldn't believe the amount. Well, why the fuck did you go there?
Yeah. Where do you think you are?
Yeah. What the
you know what I mean?
Like, not like anyone in that situation is in a position to do something. Like you can work your way out of it, but at that time, like there's no such thing as overnight success. Like it's gonna take time. If you're in the hood, you're stuck there for a minute until you find a way.
My kids went to school in the hood. They went to school in a school that was predominantly black, right? And then we moved, and now they go to a school that's predominantly white.
And guess what? They're being picked on more here in this school that they're white in the predominantly white school than they were in fucking Newark and Jersey City. Yeah. Those are fucking facts, bro.
Which is crazy.
Like my daughter doesn't play. My daughter's 6 years old. 7. She just turned 7. My daughter is Dominican Venezuelan because that's where we are. And she doesn't play a recess with any of the kids because nobody wants to play with her because her skin tone and her size. Because she's a little bit overweight. She's chunky. I'll fucking feed my daughter. You know what I mean? So these little white girls, like when she went to swim and stuff like that, they were calling her fat. A whole bunch of little white girls ganged up on her. And it's like, I would have drawn those through. No,
we don't drown kids.
So I would have been looking for their parents. Like, I'm going to fight your dad as soon as you come out of the pool and see him get beat up.
That's not the wave.
But you know what? Like, that shit is fucked up because while I'm at work and doing whatever and I'm providing for my family and to give them a better experience, how the fuck is this better? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's move from the hood to live in a better place. We're in a better place. My daughter feels like shit most of the time coming home from school.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
that? There's serious.
And you know what? I'm speaking about like the females. The females has been more ruthless in the white community than the males. The males are like fucking chill. They're gamers. They're gamers. Name a bad situation that Osiris had.
Not Osiris, because Osiris is like the people's man, but Megan has had situations with boys.
You're talking about a girl. You know what I'm saying? Name Lucas. Lucas haven't had any situation with.
You're saying guy on guy and then girl on girl. Like when it comes to the
girl and girls, they're ruthless towards each other. Lucas hasn't experienced a racial thing in his high school. Osiris hasn't experienced any racial thing. My son's friends are white and black. Lucas's friend are white, black, and Indian. Yeah. The girls, they don't want to talk to my girls.
My girls don't have friends. None of them.
Yeah.
None of my little Spanish girls have friends out here.
So you get what you see? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, nah, I definitely understand. I went to Walt Township, predominantly white high school. Like you said though, like Osiris, he's a people pleaser. He's the guy on guy. It's not really a thing. The girl on girl, like my best friend, he had an Irish twin. Right. Bro, I don't think she talked to like any girls that went to that school. Like
it's
always been a thing. Like I don't know why.
Like what the fuck, bro?
I don't know if it's jealousy or envy or what it is between females, but when someone doesn't look similar to them, they automatically feel like they're not.
Daughter,
they can't be compatible.
I take my
with
daughter
them.
to the corner of the bus stop. She waves to this little girl every single day. The little girl, looks at her and turns her face. And my daughter every single day waves at her. And me and my son is like, yo, why you keep waving at her? She's like, I'm just saying hi. And it's like,
stop saying hi.
That's pretty much fucked up, yo. You know what I mean?
I don't know how we got here, but we were speaking of Joe Rogan.
Yeah, we were speaking of Joe Rogan.
Well, we're speaking about experiences.
Yeah.
And growing up in the hood and things that people say that they shouldn't be saying.
Yeah.
Because you don't come from there. So
shut the fuck up.
So the word comes with an experience. You can't just try to say how come I can't say it? Motherfucker, because you never been robbed. You didn't have no food for like a week. You didn't have no light for 2 months.
You don't know what it is.
So
no
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I had many years, 10 years. The last 10 years of my life, I lived in the hood. I associated in the hood. I shopped in the hood. I went to the movies in the hood. My kids went to school in the hood. My neighbors, I've been robbed at gunpoint. My chains have been snatched. Like I've had the hood experiences. And I want to say maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I felt comfortable filling my mouth with those words. And as I became more educated, as I had more experience in the hood, I found how offensive the word was, even when it was being used by the same race. You know what I mean? I decided that I was going to make a conscious effort not to, because I didn't go through that history. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you did, you shouldn't be using it either. It's so derogatory.
Man, I got hella hood pass, yo. Not only did I get jump, I did some of the jumpings. So I can say that shit. I can say that we're singing if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
We just talk a little bit about school. Just to hop back in that for a quick second. Here in New Jersey, the mask mandate for schools will be over March 7th.
Yes. Fucking finally, yo. Matter of fact, my client last night, sorry to interrupt you. Awesome client. He's in the board. I don't know what board, because I was just like so out of it yesterday that him and his crew, a gentleman that was at a party, they formed this group together with dads. And they're going against the Board of Education to fight against the mandate for masks, because they don't want their daughters to be fucking. Their daughters come home and have nosebleeds, or they feel dizzy and shit like that. And it's like, I'm all against that shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So 2 things. There's children who have never had a school experience without a mask. And now being maskless in school is going to be something new that they're going to have to start getting used to, because my hairdresser told me her daughter loves wearing a mask.
Crazy,
and my hairdresser hates the mask,
which
right?
is crazy to think about. We're in a generation and time where
kids have never seen each other's faces outside.
They're going to go to school, and it's abnormal for you to see another person's face. Like, just that like, that's wild to me. That's crazy.
So it's going to be 2 things, right? So my kids hate wearing a mask. I want to breathe, mom. And, you know, it's unfortunate that they made these things called masks breaks so that the kids can get out and get some fucking air. Like, that's
what
whack.
the fuck is that?
But I am very happy that the mask mandate is going to be lifted, not only in schools, but in New York City, effective immediately.
So, to all you motherfuckers out there that I told you not to get vaccinated. Wait. I told you not to get vaccinated. Don't fucking do it. This is just political game. The midterms are coming, and now they're changing the whole agenda around. All you motherfuckers that got vaccinated, I told you not to, right? Now, because you wanted to go to New York, like my fucking sister's ex-boyfriend, this motherfucker got the vaccine because he wanted to go to his favorite bar in New York. What an idiot, because he could have just waited, and now look, there's no mandate for vaccine, no mandate for fucking mask.
So
jerk off.
So this is where I stand. This is where I stand. You do what makes you happy. Right? You do whatever you think is right for you and your family. That's what I think. I think that you do whatever you feel is right for you and your family. You make the choices with the information that you have. And if that's what you wanted to do, that's what you wanted to do. However, if you only did it because you wanted to attend these events, right, then you no longer needed to do that. But if you did it because you genuinely felt like it was protection for yourself and it was protection for your family, and that's what you wanted to do, then
you know what's protection for your family? A fucking gun, bro. That's protection for your family. A fucking gun when shit goes crazy. You're supposed to protect your family, and you're letting the government just put fucking a whole bunch of shit inside that you can't even pronounce. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just gonna do it because I'm gonna lose my job. Then fucking lose your job.
So my mom
Just
actually
fucking
lost her
do it.
job.
That's it.
Yeah.
My mom lost her
We were
job.
talking about
You know what it is? People are so dependent on the government. They don't know that they have their own power to actually like create things. You know what I'm saying? And still live. So Jay, you're telling me if I fire you just because some stupid reason, you're never gonna find a job ever again, and you're never gonna feed your family.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna find a job. You're gonna make it work, right?
Back to Sarah's point, the vaccine was so situational. Whether that had been because you needed it for your job, like you said, you wanted to protect
There
your
are
family.
reasons, and I am not one to judge whatever choice you made that was good for you at the moment was good for you. But moving forward, it is no longer necessary.
Yo,
That's
man.
it. That's where I stand on it. If you did it, cool. If you didn't do it, cool. You don't have to anymore.
For someone
fucking
that just feels like you didn't need a vaccine, I don't even feel like I can ask you this question because I feel like you're so opposed to it. Would you feel like there was any situation that you needed the vaccine? Like,
So we had these conversations, him and I.
The only reason is
Okay.
for sacrificial purposes. Like if they're like, okay, we're gonna take your house. Okay, you can't open up your business anymore, or some weird shit.
If somebody would have came in here and said
If
he
you two are
needs
not
to be vaccinated,
If I'm not vaccinated, you can't open up the shop no more.
then he was gonna go get
I
vaccinated.
will get vaccinated because I want everybody to work. I don't
Right.
want to stop everybody's hustle
So-
because of my decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that was his sacrifice.
Yeah.
But for somebody whose only way of providing for their family is by abiding by the rules that of the company that they work for, then that's what they had to do. And I respect either or, honestly.
I feel like I'm living in a rave.
This guy.
This shit is wild. I'm telling you. You guys need to like fucking
So
open.
there's
open
so the
your
flu vaccine was
eyes.
mandated for a very long
I was
time.
gonna say, how long do you think until Jersey lifts our vaccine, our mask mandate? Because they're
Bro,
already lifting it.
that
School
shit
for
is-
the-
we don't have a mask mandate.
We don't.
We don't have a mask mandate.
We have
No,
a
no.
straw mandate,
So
bro.
so the
Nah,
shop
yeah, the straw-
so at the shop we require that people wear masks with their artists because it makes our artists feel safe. That's what they wanted. That was their prerogative. And so we enforce the policy
So
on the
it's-
strength of our artists,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But the state hasn't said to us, you guys
wear a
need to
mask.
either wear a mask or be vaccinated.
I don't give a
Now,
It's just for the school. Perfect. Okay,
it's
cool.
just for the schools and buses, like school and buses where kids
I don't
are.
give a fuck. Every client that goes to my room, they're like, "Can I take this shit off?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." And then I have clients that they be telling me stories, and they're literally like spitting chunks of spit, and I'm wiping it off, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna die." You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
So to me,
You
I
guys
guess.
were played.
So to me, it was unfortunate to hear that even if you are vaccinated, you could still spread and get COVID. Like to me, that was like, damn.
Yeah.
I
That was
know
one, that
people
was one of the
got-
main reasons why.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. First of all, I wasn't when it first came out. I wasn't getting it because not one person that I knew could tell me at least 3 to 5 things that were in that damn shot. So I wasn't getting it. That was all for it. Second of all, literally what you just said. I kind of.
It was so disappointing because
Was disappointing.
the fact that you're vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
And
still either get it or give it.
I can still give it to you or get it.
I know people that got vaccine and got COVID.
Still got it.
And-
Why would I get it? Just
Why?
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
this
why
is-
me? I already did the
bro.
good things that you said I had to
That
do in order
is
to protect
great.
myself.
Take your vitamins, do some push-ups, drink enough water.
I mean, even if you got vaccinated, take your vitamins, drink enough water.
You will be perfectly fine. That is all we have for today, guys, here on the Chakra OutLoud.
I feel like I'm living in a rave. You guys are wild. See you next time. Don't forget to
Adios.
subscribe and hit the up like button and let the algorithm know that you love us. See you next time.
Bye.